Why did I clap the second time? It's the same.
Why did you clap? Or why did I clap right now? Welcome to Fix It in 5. Hollywood, you suck at making movies. We bet we can fix any of your movies in 5 minutes or less. What are we talking about today?
I know you're not going to agree with me on this, but I want to do the Black Phone, which I think is an instant classic, but I think there's room for improvement.
I'm eager to hear this, and Christ, God help me. You can have some of my 2.5 minutes, because I can't think of 2.5 minutes to think to fix.
He will.
But go ahead.
Well, some of those moments are responding to. All right, is this working?
Yeah, it's working. It's going. I have no idea. I can't see.
Yeah, I'm going.
Go ahead.
Should I hit the button?
No.
All right, so I really like Black Phone. I think, though, that it's about 20 minutes too long. An hour and 40 minutes is too fast or too long for something that could be handled much more appropriately. I think they double down on the dad being a bad dad too much. I think it's already established, and when they go back to that scene, I think they're reestablishing facts already in evidence, to quote your Reels of Justice.
We never say that.
You're not real lawyers.
It's true. There's a lot said about the main character, the little Twinkie boy, and his affection towards the sort of tough guy bully friend that he has, but he sure doesn't really seem to put any effort in actually trying to find him. Maybe he could go out and put some flyers out too. Maybe he puts in even close to the effort that his sister does looking for him. Again, it's not based on the book. I understand those stuff's not in the book. It would have been good to
hit it
read
so I
the
can
book.
talk about the story.
Sure, but I really need to use my time well. Like that.
I have read the short story. It's about 15 pages, and to be honest,
holy fuck, really?
It's very short.
Oh wow, then this whole thing's taking liberties.
It's very short. Yeah, it takes a lot of liberties. The ghost stuff is pretty good. I like the ghost stuff. I think the sister having those dreams in the book, it's handled like one of the ghosts goes, "Hey, by the way, tell your sister her dreams are accurate." And it's one line, and I normally hate one-line synopsises, but it does a very good job in here. And I think in the movie, her dreams, they drag out things that don't actually end up mattering to us, because we learn that information from the kid on the Black Phone, learning it from the other ghosts. I don't think we need to hear the information twice.
It'd have been nice to see more of the mother who also gave the psychic powers, either helping out the daughter or somehow being... I actually thought
she killed herself.
Sure, but I thought the reason she killed herself is maybe that she could become involved in this otherworldly plane that can help her son through the other side of the Black Phone. Otherwise, it's just sort of a sad suicide. I would like to see a payoff for the mother's, more like a sacrifice than a suicide.
I think the dad... because you like that scene where he hits the kids. I think...
Yes, I do.
Fair enough. That was good. I do think, though, that we don't see enough of his absolution arc. It's immediately he's like, well, I better listen to my daughter because turns out she might have her mom's gift, and I love my children suddenly. It just doesn't feel like that is a weak connective tissue.
I don't know if I'm allowed to use my time for disagreement, but the reason the reason I like the father's whole drinking thing, basically you think this guy loves alcohol or vodka or whatever more than anything. So when his daughter breaks his bottle, you're like, oh shit, he's gonna fucking kill her. But it turns out he's not as far gone as we think. He is really sad, but even though she smashes the vodka bottle, he basically hugs her at the end of that scene minutes later. He loves his kids.
I don't like that when the kid runs out of the door, he runs down the street and the van is already in motion.
This is after he's kidnapped and
he's
he gets
kidnapped,
out.
He escapes. He runs out the door, he runs down the sidewalk. He doesn't run to the house across the street. If he ran to the house across the street, it would make more narrative sense. And I'll get into that on my next point.
I don't like that the brother lives in the house where the kids are actually kept. The brother should live across the street next door in the house where the kids are buried. He wouldn't possibly ever hear any screaming. There's no possibility of him wandering down there. He would maybe wander down to a basement with lumps, but he wouldn't be able to figure anything out from that. So keep the brother guarding the burial house. You and your dog live in the kidnapping house.
So if he runs across the street, like we were saying, it runs across the street to the burial house, and so it would make sense that the kid's pounding on the door and nobody's answering. It actually would foreshadow the fact that something's wrong about the house across the street. When he runs down the street and the van is already following him, out of the driveway, it makes it seem like this kid can't run faster than a man can teleport to a van, and then he's like, I'll kill you if you speak, but I would take the fucking risk and I would scream.
The whole conceit
Jesus,
of
this is hard.
that I think I could fix the show in 5 minutes or less. So I don't even have to use all my time. But you'd think if you're a cop and you're putting in any kind of effort for some of this, and the psychic girl has told you black balloons, you'd put out some sort of asking party stores in the area. Has anyone bought a mass supply of nothing but black balloons? I think that is something that would have been brought in. And again, I really got to think that the brother guarding your house is a bad fucking plan. Even if you've got your dog, it's a bad goddamn plan, especially if he's coked out all the goddamn time. And this is just me wasting my last couple of seconds.
Well, I got 10 seconds to essentially agree with you. The movie is about 20 minutes too long. I think we can cut some of the things that are redundant. I think drilling down on the fact he's a bad dad is too reductive. Fuck, I'm out of time.
Out of time. Unbelievable. Should have used your time as well as me.
Oh, my
well, I hope we
God.
made some improvements to this film, but I also already think it's a great film. I saw it at the drive-in, and it was basically at a midnight showing at the drive-in, and it was awesome, and almost everyone left before it because it was a double feature. It was the second feature.
I bought it. I've watched it twice. I think it is an instant classic, but it is something that has room for improvement. And I'm not sure our Fix It in 5 will do.
Nitpicks. This one nitpicks.
Yeah, these aren't. That's exactly what this is. This is not something we think we can make better. We think it's something we can make more to our taste.
Nitpicking.
So thank you. Yeah, you're right. So thank you for watching us. Cut!